Good afternoon, Smithfield Raiders. These are today's announcements, and of course, on Fridays in November, it is our mustache or beard growing measurement day. So, last week we introduced you to our 6th and 7th grade participants, and then, of course, Mr. Buchanan for our staff member. I wanted to introduce y'all to the 8th grade participant. You were doing the PSAT last week, so we could not get you out for that. But we had to have you as a participant because obviously you've got some good facial hair growth with those chops that you've got. So anyway, so here are today's announcements. 8th graders, the Bobby Bragan scholarships are due to Mrs. Thompson by next Friday, which is November the 22nd. That's the last time that you have to turn those in. Make sure that you have the signatures and completed all sections prior to turning it in. So we always have usually winners for the Bobby Bragan scholarship. So make sure you get those in because we typically have winners from Smithfield. So, but Mrs. Thompson's she's a pretty big stickler on those deadlines, and next Friday is that deadline.
Oh, yeah. Calling all reading Raiders. Author Jeremy Kratz will be visiting our school in January. He's the author of the Runner series. You can get his books at the book fair and have them signed when he visits. See Miss Muirhead for details.
Did you say book fair?
Yes, sir, I did.
Do you know when the book fair is?
Probably next week.
It is next week. So next week is the book fair in the library. You will come with your reading classes throughout the week. The book fair is open before and after school for buyers only. The following people won a book from the book fair by guessing the title of the shredded book. So we will call those students out during lunch so they can get their prize. So pretty cool. And then let's see, this coming Saturday is the last chance to buy your yearbook for $30.
Dang.
So do you have any idea of how much it's going to be after Saturday?
After Saturday, it'll go up to $35.
Very good. So have you bought yours yet?
No, but I was planning on doing it tomorrow.
You better, because tomorrow's the deadline.
Yep.
So you don't want to be caught at the end of the year, especially your 8th grade year, without that yearbook. We do order a couple of extra, but it's not enough for everyone that wants to buy one. So we typically have 10 to 20 students that go without getting a yearbook because of that. So.
Saturday is our UTA campus visit. If you turned in a permission form, please make arrangements to be at SMS by 8:15 a.m. and bring $10 for lunch. The weather may be cool, so dress appropriately and wear comfortable shoes as we will be walking around the campus.
That's right. So I do believe that we already have students that have already signed up for that. We typically have one in the fall and one in the spring. So this is a good opportunity for you to walk the campus, get that feel of what the campus life is like a little bit, and see what those campuses have to offer. And so UTA is our fall campus that we go to, and so it should be a good time, and I hope it should be a good experience for our kids, and be looking in the spring for the next school that we go to. So now that we got that business out of the way, it is time for our hair growth, no shave November contest. So you were not here last week, so we were not able to get some measurements off of you. And let's see here. We have a little bit of growth. You got more on the sideburns. So are you going with just the sideburns for this growth, or do you think that you'll stop shaving the chin hair and the rest of your face to compete?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna let this grow out.
Yeah.
But just so. I think it kind of looks a little weird, but
okay,
it's there. So
well, I'm glad you brought up weird because Men's Health Awareness is a weird month. I mean, you've got people that's trying to grow hair, and sometimes it's just on the neck.
Oh, yeah.
But and sometimes it's not pretty, and so men's health sometimes is just not pretty. So this is not about glamorizing or making yourself look pretty. It's just about growing hair and bringing awareness. So whatever you can do to contribute, it'll be good. So anyway, let's get this started. I will say that I've seen the other two, and they had a little bit of growth last week, just to start off their first time, and they have came to compete this week. So you
That's-
got some work to do.
That's what I say. I thought it was fun at first, but then came back, saw him, was like a little bit of competition now.
Well, yeah, we do have some competition. So anyway, let's get this going. I'll start with the sideburns. That way we can get some growth here. All right, we have got a half an inch on the sideburns. So is there anything that you're going to do between now and next week to really stimulate the hair growth on the face?
I don't know. Probably trying to not use as much product, see if I can get it all natural.
Go natural? Okay. Well, be aware that in the past we've had some participants that have used hair performance enhancing supplements. And so we will make sure that will not happen this year. We've got our testers ready and available whenever we feel like there might be some shenanigans or some foul play going on. So, but by the looks of things, surely that's not happening so far. So this is your 8th grade guy. This is Spencer, and hopefully he can get on the ball because he's a little bit behind from what you're about to see. So Spencer, thank you. All right, so now we've got Jeremiah. Jeremiah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm doing well. I don't know that I'm doing quite as well as you are because yours is much better than Spencer's. I've got to tilt the screen just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can you tell me, obviously, you can grow it pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
What is your inspiration? Because you've got some things going on with that facial hair that it's like you're inspired by something or someone.
I mean, I use that shaving cream. I don't use the shaving cream, but it's like this weird gel that,
Mhm.
I put on, and it.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're a little bit older than some of our participants, so obviously it looks like you've been dyeing your beard a little bit to look younger. Obviously, so you've got the black hair here at the bottom, but we can obviously see the new growth is a little bit lighter. So that's very impressive. It looks ZZ Topish, or maybe that you're from the backwoods of Kentucky or Tennessee. Like
close.
maybe playing some banjos in the background or something. So, very good. Well, let's see what we got here. I think Mr. Buchanan would be very impressed and very worried here. We have got, well, let's turn this around. We've got 10 inches. 10 inches. Well, so last week you did have the beard, but you had that GQ look where it was just short. And you've just gone full out crazy with this thing, and so very good, Jeremiah. The 7th graders, this is your participant, and 10 inches, half inch for 8th grade. So 8th grade's got some work to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Topley, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So Topley, I can tell that you are, I don't know, you definitely seem to be inspired. With the way that you are trimming your beard.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, I like it. He's one of our great presidents. I believe he's our 16th president.
Mm-hmm.
I would personally say that he was one of our top 2 presidents of all time. So
I'm very inspired by him.
very good. Well, I mean, you look just like him, So
I just need to top that now.
that might be the missing piece.
Mhm.
So. Topley, was there anything that you did over the week to get this massive growth? Because last week it was just the mustache. I thought you were just going to stick with me and just do the mustache thing, but you have gone full out, shaved the mustache, and gone with the beard.
I had to shave the mustache to get this bigger because that's how it works, Shave the mustache, the beard gets bigger.
This is true because that's a lot like tree trimming.
Mhm.
Tree trimming, if you cut the bottom branches, it's going to grow higher and more fuller. So you cut that top part, and it's going to grow at the bottom. So very good strategy. I don't know that I would have said that out loud because Spencer might be using that one. He might be cutting off the sideburns and going with the beard. All right, so Topley, it seems not only is it connected, but it's moving all at once. Okay, well, let's see. Well, Abraham Lincoln would be proud. We have got 1 inch,
Yeah.
which when you look at the 7th grade group, that's probably about 1.5 inches more than what everybody else has. So Is there anything that you're going to do this week? Are you going to keep the mustache off, or are you going to start trying to grow that up?
Now that I got this, I'm gonna get that mustache back.
Okay, very good. Well, that's very, very impressive growth, Topley. Sixth graders, this is your guy. Mr. Topley has done a great job of growing his hair in 1 week. So this competition will go on next week, and then when we get back from Christmas break will be our last one. So you have some opportunities to really do some hard working out 7 days a week, 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day over Thanksgiving break to get that full finale of a beard or facial growth.
Yeah, it's
so,
gonna be real impressive.
I'm sure it is. All right, and finally, last but not least, by any stretch of the imagination,
certainly not least.
Never
least.
Mr. Buchanan, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
It's Friday.
It is Friday. So so we had our other 3 participants on there. We have Spencer on here. And as you can see, quite a bit of growth. Our 6th grader has that Abraham Lincoln going on. So not only is he, and he actually had a good strategy, if you heard, he cut off his mustache, which is what he had last week, and he's going straight beard because he is allowing all that energy for his growth to focus on the beard part. So
it's going to have to concentrate a little bit harder, I think.
Well, I think you'd be surprised he had 10 inches. So,
but he doesn't have the full natural. You have to have the mustache to have the full natural.
I agree. I'm sporting the mustache this year. So anyway, so let's get this going here. So what did you have last week?
I think he said 5 inches, which sounded a little
small.
Yeah, that's not a little off.
All right. Well, maybe he didn't stretch the beard out there.
Probably not. I think he's afraid to touch it.
We do have 6 inches. There is a strand that has just passed the 6-inch mark.
That's right.
There you go. So, Mr. Buchanan, 6 inches, an inch in 1 week. So earlier we had one that had about 9 inches in 1 week. You were 1 inch in 1 week. How many times did you shave this week?
Oh, I shaved this morning.
That was the downfall. Well, I do believe, because I did see you yesterday. It was kind of getting knotted up. So
tangles can be a problem
yes.
sometimes.
So you were probably just getting out the tangles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which was probably at least 2 or 3 inches because they get intertwined. So anyway,
you just keep going and going and going.
That's right. So we are doing this next week, and then when we get back from our Christmas break, will be our last one.
Yeah, over Thanksgiving break and Christmas break, that's when the true laziness happens. So watch out.
So what will your regiment be over Christmas break?
Well, you got to nap.
Break?
You got to nap, and then you got to eat a home cooked meal, and then you got to nap again, and then you just gotta brush it out every now and then and keep an eye on things.
So do you actually allow the food to be the fertilizer and just kind of sit in the beard?
Yes.
Because that's what I do.
Well, and just in case I need something for later.
There you go. All right, guys. So these are your participants. I wanted to say good luck to all those. We actually have some good growth going on this year. So let's see. This week is the first week of the third 6 weeks. So
I can't believe it.
I know we are 5 weeks away from being at the end of the semester, and we've got 2 breaks in between. So
5 days away, 5 school days away from that Thanksgiving break.
I know.
So.
Are you getting 7? Yeah. Me too. So anything else?
It's all good.
All right. You guys have a good weekend.